Hi, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to see SQLITE databases. So if an application stores its data inside SQLITE databases, how an attacker can go ahead and extract the information from the databases is what exactly we are going to see in this video. So let's get started. So this is challenge 4 application we have already installed. So let me quickly open up a new terminal and make sure your device is up and running and start your application. And before going ahead and launching ADB shell, I would request you to go ahead and enter some details into this registration page. So basically you need to go to this particular page and enter something. Probably you can say IST and the password is secret. Fantastic. So let's quickly click this register button. As you can see, registered successfully. Now you don't need to do anything because we are just checking how this data is stored in this particular application. So that is the whole idea behind this particular demonstration. So you don't need to go ahead and check this login and delete records, all of that, because we're going to see them in one of our later videos. Right, so let's first get a shell on the device now. Perfect. Now let's go to cd data com.ist.challenge 4, right, and give a quick ls. As you can see, there is a folder called databases. So if you just quickly go ahead and if you just quickly go ahead and navigate to this particular directory, you'd be able to see a new file called SQLinjection.db. Basically the same application is also having a problem called SQL injection, which we'll discuss in later videos, but for now you just remember that SQLinjection.db is a file which is created when you are registering with a new account. Now if you remember, SQLITE databases are very lightweight databases that suit the embedded environments like mobile devices, and that's the reason why we are using SQLITE databases in Android, right? So this is a file based database, so it is nothing but a file. So you can simply pull it out and open up SQLITE client, and you can actually have a look at this particular content of this particular file. So in this particular demonstration I'm going to show you this is your OWASP top 10. I'm gonna show you how you can use SQLITE manager. It's a client, right? This is a client this is a client we have. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect to a new database. So before doing that, let me pull this particular database out onto my local device. So how do you do that? It's pretty simple. Open up a new terminal and give this particular location to ADB pull. Make sure you're doing it on an emulator so that you can follow all the steps along with me. So ADB space. Before doing that, let me navigate to cd ist tools, hit enter now, so that it will be pulled into this particular folder, right? So paste it here, and SQL injection.db is the file. So hit enter. We should see this particular SQL injection file now inside this. As you can see, this is where we are. So we can also see the file inside this folder now, SQLinjection.db. So there are two ways. One way is you can actually go ahead and open up your SQLITE 3 command line tool, or you can go ahead and use this particular SQLITE manager add-on. So to connect to this particular SQLinjection.db, what you can do is you can click this particular connect database option and it will ask you to browse your database. So let me quickly connect to this. See, it is asking me to select from this particular folder. You can actually browse through all the folders or where your database file is located. In my case, this is where it is located. So you need to make sure that you have selected all files here. So once after doing that, you just select this SQL injection.db and open it, and as you can see, we have a table called admin, right? So you just select it, and if you observe here, it is giving all the contents of your columns: serial number, EMP name, EMP pass, and this is what exactly we have entered in the application. Right. Again, whatever the data that is being entered into this application is being stored in clear text format on the local device, and that again, this is a problem because one can actually have a look at the contents of your database as I have described here. Now, this is not the only way. We can even go ahead and use SQLITE 3 command line tool. Let me show that. ls-l, we have the file, so you can quickly go ahead and use SQLITE 3 command line tool. Just in case if it is not installed in your device, you can install it. Now, to look at all the tables, give dot tables. As you can see, we have one table called admin. So to look at the contents of this table, select star from admin. As we can see, we are able to see the content of this particular table, and this is what exactly we have entered into the database, right? So this is how one can actually compromise the local databases if any sensitive information is stored inside them. So it is always suggested to avoid local storage. I mean, if you are supposed to store any sensitive data in the device, don't store them inside your local database. Just in case if it is really required to store it locally, you implement proper encryption algorithms. There are many encryption libraries available in Android, so use a proper one, use it properly before storing any sensitive data in your local device. So that's all I have in mind for this video. Thanks for watching it. Thanks a lot.